looking at controlling our thoughts, part 2. And we finished yesterday by saying our brain's like a computer. It can only process information it is given. So the performance of your brain depends on the quality of the information or the thoughts you give it. And we said, if you feed rubbish in to your mind, you're going to get rubbish coming out. Or GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. So some days my computer helps me fly like an eagle. Other times I regret the day I bought one. Sometimes a man-made virus can enter your computer, created maliciously by people wanting to make your life miserable. What's worse, the virus can be permitted by just opening an innocent email. In a similar way, Satan is always seeking to penetrate our minds with godless thoughts in order to damage our lives and make us miserable and hopefully take us even away from a close walk with God. So it's like a bad virus getting into our thoughts. Godless messages permeate our culture and are thrown at us all the time. Without knowing it, we just let a virus into our computer. We can let darkness into our minds, and we hardly even notice what is happening, how it's infecting our brains. So Satan's master strategy, I believe, in the battle for our minds and our thoughts is the television, it's the social media, it's the internet, it's movies, it's gossip magazines, and you can maybe add a whole lot of other things to that. And what they do is they fill our thoughts with junk. Now, the enemy is incredibly clever. He sets traps. So you're watching a program. 95% of it is amazing, even inspirational, even great ethics. But then he cuts in that 5% of rubbish, damaging thoughts, ideas, and concepts. And he's got you. The whole thing, he's too smart to give you something that's terrible, from beginning to end. So he's got to make sure, he's got to pull you in, right? Get your attention, and then throw in the poison. He's so clever. And he will seek to attack your thoughts, and even more so when you're tired, feeling low, end of the day, worn out, I just got to chill. Let's go to social media, watch a movie. Man, your resistance is right down, and the enemy thinks, woohoo, here we go. I've got this one. I've got this person. I'm going to get this thought and that thought and that. And the damage can be enormous. So Ephesians 4:27, give no place to the devil. Do not give him a foothold. Don't give him an opportunity to invade your thoughts. Set up some barriers. Let me shock you. Some years ago, and it's worse now, they said that the average child by the age of 65 will have spent 9 years sitting in front of the screen or the TV 24 hours a day. Did you get that? By the age 65, 9 years in front of the screen, 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year. The same child, if he attends church, she attends church every Sunday for 65 years, will have had 4 months of Bible and godly values put into their life. What kind of a life do you think that person will lead? 9 years of TV, screen, and worldly thinking versus 4 months of Bible and godly thinking. Which one's going to be worse? What kind of life is that person going to live? It's a no-brainer to work that out. Radio Rima interviewed an expert in this area of violence on the screen and said what is being done is desensitizing people to violence and killing. That's why we read of people doing the most horrific things and wonder how could they do that? Because they spent so much time in front of the screen watching violence, watching terrible things, becoming completely desensitized to the impact of that violence. Then they go out and commit some of those crimes. We have got to set up some guards for our minds to protect ourselves, protect our lives, and also protect the people around us.